Breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alert.
Travel ban judge just got a nice shutdown straight from. President Trump attempted to issue a 90-day travel ban to prevent the stream of individuals from countries esteemed to be hotspots of terrorism until the point that better screening strategies could be executed. This was arranged out to ensure America was not putting itself at the chance for any terrorist attacks. At that point, liberal enact from the C judges assumed control and issued an order against the travel ban. Administering it was proposed to oppress the followers of Islam as a race, and along these lines was not lawful. An interests court has now decided the directive was excessively expansive in scope and constrained Judge Derek Watson to modify it. At last, the start of liberal judges being put into their place. This is a win for the president. The Daily Caller has more. A federal judge in Hawaii on Monday narrowed the scope of an injunction he issued in March, after an appeal court concluded his initial order was too broad. U.S. District Court Judge Derek Watson's March order prohibited the Departments of State and Homeland Security from reviewing federal vetting procedures and preparing reports recommending additional security measures for migrant and refugee entry. By his new order, the state and DHS may begin these reviews, provided they do not burden individuals outside the executive branch of the federal government. Watson's order put the administration in something of a bind. Government's stated reasoning for interrupting migrant entry for 90 days was to assess the strength of its processes. The administration claims this assessment is essential for the nation's continued security. Critics charged that the government was not honest about the order's true goals, as it had not yet conducted these vital policy reviews, but it was Watson's order that prohibited them from doing so in the first place. The Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals concluded that the injunction was overly broad last week. The revised injunction makes it slightly less likely that the Supreme Court will intervene to amend the injunction, as this dimension of Watson's ruling was the most obvious error of law. The justices could announce, as soon as Thursday, whether they will review lower court rulings, barring order enforcement. Should the High Court agree to review the case, the government may now be asked about its progress on the assessment of the verification process in the judicial proceedings, creating additional complication for their defense of the order. Liberal judges are most likely suspecting that on the off chance that they don't change the first managing to take into account investigating and altering of reviewing techniques, the Supreme Court will overrule them inside and out, which would be a tremendous triumph for Trump and a similarly colossal loss for the draining heart liberals. Now, outcasts originating from the nations recorded by previous President Obama as terrorism hotspots are similarly prone to be ISIS terrorists as they are searchers of shelter from terrorism. We certainly require a system set up to weed out those dangers before they arrive, or America will soon take after France, Germany, and the UK enduring under the impacts of widespread Muslim brutality. Trump is correct, and we have to give him a chance to do what should be finished. How about we trust that the Supreme Court will in any case survey this case, subsequent to seeing these circuit judges scramble to stop the president at each stop. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.